Hello everyone, welcome back for more. Let's play Sam and Max in the Devil's Playhouse. Now, I have to be kind of honest here. Outside of that little opening bit that kind of reminded me of Ace Attorney, this episode of Sam and Max is not my favorite. It just feels a little dry to me. Not the humor, but so much the puzzles. And you will see what I mean. The puzzles are all pretty self-explanatory. There's not a whole lot of challenge here. Not that Sam and Max games by Telltale have been the pinnacle of difficult, especially compared to the original game forever ago. These puzzles just seem a little bit basic, I guess. I mean, there is one here and there, but at one point you actually repeat a puzzle twice, basically. So, I know, kind of a downer bit, but the story does move along at a fairly decent clip. So let's go ahead and actually start looking and poking around at things here.
I'll take a look around after I track down Max's brain.
Or, as he will say, no, we don't get to take a look around because he's not going to want to do anything in here until we go find the brain.
It's a telltale trail of Grandpa Stinky's brain-preserving demon broth. Could Max's brain still be alive?
Could it? I don't know. Let's go find out. Will you even pick that up?
Not now. I've got to find Max's brain.
But tour headset. We will keep that in mind for later. But obviously, if you remember from the last episode, he was kind of looking up at the planetarium up there, and it was flashing and all, so that's obviously where we are meant to go. So well, we can't even look at the courtesy phone. Oh well.
My superior technological might, necromancer!
Blow it out your simian hindquarters, barbarian!
Skunky. And paperweight? He's looking pretty spry for a 120-year-old. And there's the Devil's Toy Box. And is that...
Sam! Get me out of here! This whole place smells like gorilla and patchouli.
Sam, the interloper who foiled my scheme to collect the Toys of Power and re-imprisoned me in the penal zone?
Sam? The great-grandson of the patron who put the kibosh on my intricate plan to unleash Yog-Sothoth and take over the world?
I hate that guy.
I hate that guy!
Yes, a common enemy. I propose an alliance.
You get the galaxy, I get the Earth?
Agreed!
Nice going, Bubble Brain.
Don't blame me. I'm still trying to find the volume controls on this thing.
Minions, after him!
Sam? Aw, man! Now I'm stuck in here with the alliance of C-list supervillains. Ah, it was way more fun when they were fighting.
So yeah, that didn't go too well for us. Darn you, Max. Man, let's take a look around here, since we are now in control of Max's brain here. And let's see, the Devil's Toy Box is sucking in toys, a meter's apparently gauging something there. We've got Skunk Ape,
Toy location
we've got
acquired.
Paperweight, got a console. Anything else? Nope, that's about all that's sparkling. So, let's go from
I
right
can
to left
feel
here and look
them.
at things.
What's that for?
That controls our new laser light show. It will bring many, many young people to the museum.
If you can lure them away from their zoetropes.
Zoetropes. Man, bringing out old tech. Anyway, it is kind of interesting that Paperweight has managed to survive this long. Let's talk to him.
Hey you, Fez guy!
What is it?
So, all the dialogue here. Let's go.
What are you and Corporal Buttcheeks here doing with the Devil's Toy Box anyway?
We're unwinding and rewiring the synapses of your brain to cast a blasphemous net of tech necromancy across the reality so that the toys of power may be properly encased within the Devil's Toy Box.
Ah, that's about what I thought.
Really? Repeat what I just said.
Blah, blah, blah. I've got a wonderful brain. Blargy, blargy. More toys for me.
Not quite what he said, but Max will go with it, huh?
You're a magical mumbo-jumbo guy, so maybe you can tell me. What's the deal with me having psychic powers all of a sudden? Am I going through the change?
It's difficult to say. The only minds on this plane capable of wielding the toys of power are the insane, the simple, or the defective.
Ah, you've been reading my press, kid.
But encountering two special brains in the same bloodline is practically unheard of. Your lineage is most peculiar and dangerous.
You should see us during holiday cookouts.
Yeah.
Did you try and stop your new buddy from zapping Sam with a banana-shaped ray gun or whatever?
Why should I give a Hellbeast's hangnail about the fate of Sameth's brood?
Well, let me get back to you on that.
By the way, I really like Hellbeast's hangnail there.
How come you haven't aged a day since my great-grandpa kicked your demon-summoning butt back in the olden times?
The horrible secret of my apparent immortality is too terrible to comprehend, and would surely drive an uninitiated mind such as yours to the brink of madness were I to utter it.
So, Pilates then? What are you doing in this 2-bit museum anyway?
Since my defeat at the hands of your meddling ancestors, I've insinuated myself into the archaeological community, painstakingly gathering the requisite toys of power necessary to reopen a doorway between our world and the realm of Yog-Sothoth.
Nerd.
But yeah, that sounds kind of dangerous, and we might really want to stop that.
Why are you and that big dumb ape skunk ape working together?
General Skunkapi and I have had a meeting of minds over our mutual loathing of you, your partner, and your forefathers.
So that added up to what? 1 mind between you?
I just hope his brain-dead minions can dispose of your partner without injuring any of my employees.
He has employees here, huh? Okay.
Pretty grubby joint you got here.
It's one of the finest collections in the world. Our Yog-Sothoth tapestry is one of a kind.
Gee, it'd be a shame if Skunk Ape's minions ripped your tapestry to shreds and used it for space towelettes. You know, accidentally.
Don't even think of such a thing.
All this talking with my brain is making me tired. Let's talk later.
Okay, interesting there. We learned a couple of things that might make him upset.
Please, help us reach our goal. Operators are standing by to take your call.
I don't think I'll be calling, you know.
Hey, bad guys, how about a little light show? It's getting boring in here.
I'm afraid that tonight's performance of Mundane Objects in Space, a Cosmic Odyssey, has been cancelled, so that the Yeneler and I might use the projector to summon the scattered psychic toys from the 4 corners of the globe.
Aw,
And darn it.
look at all those cool psychic toys. Am I doing that?
Indeed, yes. Your psychic brain, melded to Monsieur Paperweight's sorcery and my super science, have created a techno-arcanic whirlpool, drawing the toys to this convenient container.
So that explains the giant sucking sound in my head.
No, that's just you.
Aw. Oh well, let's talk to the ape.
Hey, Skunk Ape!
Yes?
What are you two scamps doing with the Devil's Toy Box?
We're tapping the nigh-infinite power of your brain to create a bifurcated vortex of technological and arcane energies to impel the toys of power to return to their point of origin via a 5-dimensional matrix of quantum foam and sympathetic magics.
Yes, of course.
You have no idea what I just said, do you?
No, but if it means more psychic toys for me, then vortex away.
Once again, I don't think Max is getting the full picture here.
Now that you and Fezhead have stopped fighting, could you tell me how my brain ended up outside my sexy little body?
I took it from you after I was suddenly ejected from the penal zone.
How come I didn't notice?
You appeared to be entranced by a primitive form of Earth entertainment.
Around here, we call it a popcorn coma, big guy.
Yeah, TV, movies. They'll rot your brain, or allow it to be sucked out of your head.
What are you planning to do with my brain once this whole Toys for Jerks drive is over?
The same thing I planned to do before you yanked me into your ASAT's penal zone. Plug your brain into my ship's central computer and use your terrifying psychic powers to conquer the galaxy.
Couldn't we just use them to cruise for chicks? The ladies love a good spoon bending.
That's curious. My scans indicate you don't even like girls.
They can scan for that? The implications are horrifying.
Could you try not to kill Sam? He's my designated driver whenever I'm in the sauce like this.
Oh, my minions won't kill him.
That's good.
They're under strict orders to drag him beaten and bloodied to my feet, so that he might witness my ascension to ruler of the galaxy.
Just
That's
so long
bad.
as he can still drive.
I don't think I'll be driving.
So, long time no see.
Long time? Yes, yes. If only you knew how long. It has been but a handful of Earth hours since you and your companion imprisoned me in the penal zone. However, due to the temporal phase shifting of the zone, I experienced years of maddening nothingness during those fleeting hours.
Ah, that would explain the tiny crow's feet around the eyes. Not to mention that telltale old gorilla smell.
Man, I wonder how long you've been. No showers. Ugh.
What are you doing here, anyway?
The same thing I was doing all those years ago.
Boring me to tears?
Gathering the toys of power so that I might conquer the galaxy.
You okay?
Why are you working with that creepy paperweight guy?
Monsieur Paperweight and I have reached an accommodation.
Is that legally permitted in this state?
I'm lending my scientific prowess to his mystical efforts to draw the toys of power into the so-called Devil's Toy Box.
That spell thing Paperweight's working on. It wouldn't have something to do with summoning an elder god by the name of Yog Sagat, would it?
Now that you mention it, Yog Sagoth's name did come up once or twice. He's certainly touchy about that precious tapestry of his.
Yeesh. I see you've got your old band of lackeys back together.
Yes.
Minus the science spinner.
My mighty army is once again ready to take on the galaxy. At least they would be if Paperweight's filthy security guard wasn't underfoot. That disease-carrying insect had better keep his pestilent thorax away from my boys.
So, that works.
Could you go over there for a while? The way you're salivating over my anterior cortex is creeping me out, frankly.
Very well.
So that's pretty much all we can do here. So let's go back to Sam and start dodging minions.
These two goofs are about as entertaining as public radio. Oh, I sure hope Sam survived the attack of the minions. I've got a lot of complaining to do.
Well, at least I know that Max's brain is still alive and kicking. I'll never get back in there while Skunk Ape and Paperweight are working together. Maybe I can break up those lovebirds from out here.
So let's begin by going downstairs and getting yelled at, because that's what's going to happen.
Hey, you.
Who, me?
Don't get kid with me, wise guy. What are you doing in the museum after dark?
I'm Sam. I'm with the freelance police.
Freelance police, eh? I heard a lot about you guys. A lot. I'm Sal, museum's security guard. You must be looking into all the freaky shenanigans going on around here tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Well, feel free to poke around. But right now, you gotta do something about this pile of trash.
That's not trash. That's my partner.
Partner, trash, potato, potato. If it's not up and moving in the next few minutes, I'm tossing that smelly lump of guts into the incinerator.
Incinerator? Yeesh.
So, we have our immediate goal.
Sal,
Keep it down, will ya? This is a museum, not a locker room.
Let's talk to him for a second here.
would you mind not throwing my little buddy into the museum's incinerator?
What can I do, Sam? If Mr. P finds another corpse strewn about all willy-nilly on the exhibit floor, he's gonna kick my thorax right to the unemployment office. You say your friend's still alive? You better get him moving.
Would you mind not throwing my little buddy?
What can I do, Sam?
Yeah, it's
Say
the
your
same.
friend's...
But he hasn't got a brain.
Well, maybe you should find him a new one. Sheesh, some detective you are.
So, there we go. Even though it repeated the first bit of that, we managed to get some new lines there. We need to find him a new brain. As illogical as that sounds.
Sal, why is that name so familiar? Wait a minute. Stinkies used to have a fry cook named Sal.
Yep, that'd be me.
A 6-foot-tall cockroach working at Stinkies? That's shocking. No, wait. What's that thing that's the complete opposite of shocking? So why did Grandpa Stinky fire you? I mean, aside from the whole disease-carrying vermin thing.
He, didn't approve of a cockroach in the kitchen.
That's strange. Grandpa Stinky never had problems with cockroaches before.
Yeah, it is a little strange.
Nice headphones. Listening to the game? Or maybe some Black Flag?
No, these are my official museum guard emergency headphones. I gotta wear these so that Mr. Paperweight can tell me where to go in case of a security emergency. Of course, I haven't heard from him in a while. He must be busy up there with that space gorilla guy.
Yeah, something like that.
Don't look now, but there's a scandalously clad intergalactic despot running roughshod through your museum.
You mean General Skunkape? He's an A1 buttwad, all right. But what are you gonna do? Mr. Paperweight's rolled out the red carpet for him and his minions.
Don't you think you should alert the authorities?
What? Lose my job?
Well, in this economy.
How's life with Skunk Ape?
Skunk Ape. That's a good one. I'll have to remember that. Not so bad. Aside from the big gorilla over there guarding the door, most of these apes just hang out in the planetarium.
What's with all the apes running around?
Beats me. Mr. Paperweight told me to steer clear of them. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Pretty solid plan there. What about Paperweight himself?
Any idea what that paperweight loser is doing in the planetarium?
Hey, don't be calling Mr. Paperweight a loser. He's a stand-up guy who took me in and gave me a job.
He's not here, you know.
Nah, I got no idea what that loser's up to. Heck, I can't even understand half the things he tells me over the headphones.
So, cockroach. Good for security, but not the brightest thing in the world.
Your boss is gathering demonic toys for a nefarious purpose.
Toys, eh? And what do you want me to do about it?
Call the Army, the Navy, the Swiss Guard.
You want me to turn on my boss? Dream on, buddy. This is a pretty cushy job here, and I ain't messing it up over a bunch of demonic toys.
Well, I can't blame him. I mean, must be hard for a 6-foot-tall cockroach to get hired. Well, anyway.
See you, Sal.
Be careful out there, Sam. This place is cuckoo tonight.
With our immediate goal in the way, and that won't take too long really, of getting a brain in Max's body, as the guard so helpfully suggests. With that in hand, it's time to call it a video. When we come back, we continue to take a look around the museum, and then probably get Max up and running. So anyway, until then, take care folks. See you later.